In this video, I'll be showing you how to piece control correctly and how you can actually practice your piece control effectively with the 5 most common piece control scenarios that you'll actually be able to use in real game fights. Before we start, make sure to use my code CoachPhilip in the item shop right here. And drop a like and subscribe to support me, and let's get right into it. Let's hop into my practice map right here. It's called Practice Area by Coach Philip. Go and grab a pump and head over to the piece control section. So number 1 is if someone is ramping up at the start of the fight and you want to box them up. So you want to cone them first to keep them from running. Then you get this front wall, which is very important, because we're going to use that to get an edit on them. And then if they try to run away, you can also get the back walls later right here. But we don't need those at the start. At the start, you want to crouch down and go for the shot right here. It's a bit harder on the left because you have a left-hand peek. On the right, it's a bit easier. You get the cone, you get kind of the back walls easily as well, and get this right here. Always make sure you have the cone and the front wall, and then you're good to go for a shot. If you try to escape, if they look away from you, get the back wall as well. Moving on to number 2, the full box. Very common scenario. You want to either go for the top corner edit right here, then go for cone, cone, and wall, wall. Or you want to go for the full right window and then the same thing. This way we have a really nice right-hand peek right here. If we do the top corner, we also want to be protected right here. It's still high up on the left side. And we don't do the middle window, because if we do the middle window, the enemy in here can get a better counter peek on us than if we do that window, because here he has to go into the full corner. So always go for that full right window from now on. Number 3 is from high ground. So if you got high ground in the fight and you're looking to piece control the guy, you can get the wall right here. Make sure it doesn't break. Don't do this edit right here, then it will break. Then get the double edit, get the 2 walls and the cone inside. And then you can go for a nice right hand peek right here. If he tries to escape, you can get this left wall as well, but we won't be able to get it without peeking before. So get it if he tries to escape, or you can get the top here again. Number 4 is a side jump shot. So either you go for a shot while you're jumping, like that, or you can just side jump and then full box him like this, and then go for the shot. The shot while jumping is a bit harder, but it's a really good shot people don't expect. But if you can't do that yet, try to side jump first and box him up. Now, number 5 is side boxing. So there's a guy here, and while you're fighting him, once because you got the wall, you see he wants to escape through this wall. So you want to be really quick at grabbing this wall. Then you could go for a right hand peek right here with this wall. Or you could also grab the wall and then go over and go for a full box right here. So you have different options right here. So make sure you kill this first guy and then get that second wall real quick. With this second wall, you have to be careful, because if I'm standing here, I can't place it yet. I have to go here and then look to the left right here to be able to place it. That's the perfect angle, and then you can box him up. Now, once you've practiced that in creative against stationary bots, you want to start using it in more realistic fights. So I'll be making a map with moving bots soon. But in the meantime, you can also play this 1v1 piece control map or 2v2 piece control map, and you can actually try this out in a real fighting scenario. When you're playing this map, always try to take some realistic weapons. So I'm going to go for the chapter 6 weapons right here, because that's the weapons that are actually in the game. So with this piece control map, you always want to try to get as many walls as possible, as many cones as possible. Then take the enemy walls from a safe peek. Make sure they don't sprint into you, and then get that first initial damage, and then you can finish it off. Again, get all the walls. Always take their wall from a nice right hand peek. If they get your wall, get away quick. Always try to have space. Always make a double box, so even if they get your wall, you can get away quick. And then once you have their wall, you can try to go for some nice shots. And that way you don't even take damage. This is a piece control scenario from the top, for example. So we look for a nice right hand peek, go for the shot, he gets in, and we finish the kill. Most of these scenarios is always getting the wall, then getting the cone inside. You just want to finish the fight as quick as possible, and ideally without taking damage. So make sure you're not playing too recklessly like you would in a normal game. You don't want to just jump in the whole time. You want to play as normal as possible, so this translates to real games as well. So once you've done some 1v1 piece control fights, I recommend doing some realistics as well as this third step to really Practice these new scenarios in a real fight, because in 1v1 piece control you're basically just in a box. It's always the same scenarios. It's not that realistic, so that's why we're going to hop in some realistics as well to make it easier to translate our new skills to the game. You always want to start with reminding yourself of the scenarios in creative, so playing some practice maps. Then you want to do some fights, so 1v1 piece control, and then you can try it out in some real fights, some realistics or normal ranked. It's always easier to start looking for piece control once you're on high ground, like this for example, because you have the whole overview and you can see what the enemy is doing way easier than if you're in low ground and just boxed up waiting. Always try to get up quick, sprint up, and then look for the piece control. Wait for him to build up a bit, get the cone on the floor. That's the usual scenario you can go for. If he stops building, you'll have to try to get their box, slide the cone inside, and get an easy kill that way. Here I got the side box as well. That way he can't escape. If they're really annoying and they keep running away, always make sure to get those side boxes. That's where the side boxes come in handy really good. Bit risky play right there, got the cone on top of him, but he didn't expect it and it was quick, so I still got off the shot before him and got the kill pretty quickly. And if you can't get him to stop running, try to jump in his box. I have a lot of shorts explaining how to phase into people's boxes as well, if you want to learn that. And if you use your piece control right, they'll give up like this guy. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to help you out, and I'll see you in the next one.